but lucky all the same. Sweet taste of empires crumbling in the gloom. Napkin men with metal hearts around us, drawing nearer, bodies fill the room. Our talking heads parade their faces every day, showing us the way to think and feel, helping us to understand the rich man's point of view. They said it on the news and now it's real.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Hello and welcome to another Chill Art Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. GMD Frost Gaming, welcome to the stream. I don't think I have ever seen you around before. If I did, well, I have a very bad memory. But regardless, welcome and thank you so much for joining. Everyone, welcome and thank you for joining. So yeah, the chat was supposed to show on the intro scene as well. I don't know why it wasn't showing. Also, apparently it's not showing here either. This is weird. Hang on, let me test something. Test. Yeah, the chat is not showing. What the heck? Is this thing broken? I was not expecting this to have some technical difficulties right off the bat. Yeah, the chat should be displaying on the actual stream itself. I just tested this before starting the stream. What the fudge? Would you guys mind if I restart the stream real quick? I just need to close OBS and start it again to see if it fixes the problem. If it doesn't fix it, then whatever, we're just going to carry out without the chat on the actual stream. Should we go ahead? Okay, so I should be back in just about a minute. Hang on, hang tight. Okay, looks like it is working now. Let's see. The great big dragon flies over the unsuspecting sheep. Yep, there we go. It's fixed. Just one quick restart of OBS fixed the issue. I don't know why this happened, if I'm honest. But in any case, good thing that it is working. So, being today the Chill Art Sunday, it means it is time to do art. So let's open the project that we have been working on for the past few Sundays. And let's resume works on that. And that is the currently still named Excuses. That is just a placeholder name. So let's open a few files here. Let's open Workshop Dragon. Let's open Dragon Progress Sheet. And that should be about it actually. Gotta put the mouse of the other PC somewhere else because this is getting in my way. So that's better. Okay. Now this one, because of that bug with Paint, I have to copy, paste on a new document and save it over. So this is a progress sheet, right? Right. Yes, do replace it. Very well. Okay. Now let me grab my pen. Excuse me. And let's go over what I have done so far and what I need to be doing today. So, the last stream, I have worked on Chorus's face over here. I still feel like his expression could be a little more expressive, but I think I'm gonna leave it as it is right now. Yeah, it should be good enough. Besides, I have a feeling that if I try to improve this any further, I will actually just break everything. So let's leave his face as it is. The teeth that I mentioned on the last stream that should be showing on the other side of his head over here, that will be added in post. That is, I'll add that later, not now, because it is not needed to be here now, at least not right now. What else? I have made a few fixes around, I think. Oh yes, I do remember I spent a lot of time figuring out, or rather re-figuring out, if that is even a word, how the spikes on his head and back should actually be, because if you guys remember from the original picture, the original design from the first time I drew this character, they were different, a little bit different, and I do not really like this design. So I spent a little bit of time on the last stream figuring out how I could redesign those And I believe I have reached a better design, which is something like this. This is obviously not accurate as how I actually want it to be. It was just a, how can I say it, doodle, perhaps. But that is what I'm going to base myself on for this. And I think that is the next thing that I have to be doing. I mean, that I have to do now. So let's do that. But first, let's zoom in a little bit. And let me see here if there is something that needs to be fixed or changed before I jump into that. Perhaps not. If anything, what I think I will want to do is change the color of the sketch from black to something else. Not necessarily for contrast, but more specifically to make sure that I'm not going to mix up any lines. Oh, actually I kind of made something, some progress in that front. This thing here, I also need this. Let's open a new window of Paint. Thanks Windows 10 for not obeying the shortcut, the keyboard shortcut I have assigned to open Paint. God, I hate this button. Okay, I will need this exact sketch of the head. And let's remove it from the progress sheet, because I put it here just temporarily anyway. Alright, let's change the color of the sketch, because I will want to be drawing this using the color black. So what color should I use? Let's use brown. Let's make the eraser big. And let's change all the colors. Well, not all the colors, just all the colors that are black. Let's leave the red lines and the blue lines untouched, because those must remain in that color, in those colors, for the time being, because they are different parts of this dragon's body, and I do want to have those still easily identifiable on the sketch. Not that they are not easily identifiable if I change their color to the same color of everything else, but as an example with the horn over here, you see this blue line, that's the horn on the right side of his head. And there is a little line, a little brown line going here that you can see it actually connects with this other one that is outside the horn, as well as this red one over here. The red one is a line that is defining the shape of his back. So if I zoom out and have a better view of that, so this here basically defines the shape of his back. And the reason why I have this showing inside of the horn is just so I can actually see the curvature completely before, well, that is actually not supposed to be there. It will be erased later, but while I am still, let's say, constructing the character, I still kind of need to have the line still visible, because I need to see everything as much as possible. And the same thing is happening here with this line over here, because this line is actually his shoulder. The shoulder from his right front leg. As you can see here, actually no, that paw is over here. The right front paw is over here, and that leg is curving like this. So yeah, these lines will be erased later, but for the moment I kind of still need them to be visible. So in order to not mix that line with the line art of the horn, I am keeping their colors different. When I first saw your artwork, I was like, well, the art is nice. Thank you so much, Frost. That is very, very nice of you. But yeah, that is why I usually separate body parts, let's just say parts in general, by color during the sketch process, because this makes it much easier to identify things. And if I need to erase something, either just simply remove it because I have to, or to fix something, it makes easier to do the work only on that one specific part without actually changing anything else that is not supposed to be changed. So with all of that said, Now that we have the entire body of the dragon in the color brown, while keeping the rest blue and red, like this thing he has on the tip of his tail as well. You can see here a line right here. This line is actually not supposed to be visible in this area. This is actually supposed to be more like this, see? But just for the sake of, how can I say it, reference perhaps for later, I kind of still want to still see this portion of the line art of the tail itself, because the tail is on the other side of this thing on his tail. But that is going to be erased further down the line. Also, another reason why I keep colors separated like this sometimes is so it is easier to, well, erase these parts that are not supposed to be visible, like, for example, this part of his tail here. See the brown there and how the red is going over that? That's because this little bit of brown over here underneath the red and inside this thing on his tail, because I said it's not supposed to be visible because it is on the other side of this red thing. I kind of lost myself on my line of thought there. The point I'm trying to get across though is that when it is time to erase this, if I have it on a different color from the red, I can simply pick the color that line is on the primary color. So right now, for example, it is brown. So if I have this same shade of brown on the primary color and white on the secondary, which is the background, using the eraser, I can easily right click and run the eraser over these lines here. And what is going to happen, as you can see, is that only that little bit of brown gets erased without touching anything else. Well, I do touch something else, in this case the red lines, but without actually erasing them. That is what I call the, quote, eraser trick, unquote. It is actually a very useful feature of Microsoft Paint. But anyway, that's not what we're going to be doing right now. What we're going to be doing right now is... Torpedo, welcome to the stream, happy Sunday, thank you so much for the bits. That is very appreciated. Nice to see you here. Oops, I accidentally clicked there and we started to draw a line by accident. What was I saying? Enable transparency. Okay, because what we need to be doing now is drawing these spikes on top of his head and along his back. So let's try and do that. Okay, now this here was done in a very willy-nilly manner, so it is not as perfect as it is supposed to be. Actually, I didn't even try. I just needed the basic shape. But for here, now this is where I actually have to do a good job here. This is where I actually have to try. So let's try. So I have defined that on the very top of his head, starting somewhat by the forehead, we are going to have only one of those spikes, and it has to curve down. Also, I have to draw this in a way that it is actually following the angle at which his head is tilted down. I have to bear that in mind, because if you pay attention to this little sample that I made here, in this one his head is angled horizontally like this, but the actual spike itself, it is actually at an angle, let's say 45 degrees, this, maybe not exactly 45, but something like that. So I have this kind of angle here. Now, because on this part here, on this actual sketch, his head is tilted down. Druk, welcome to the stream, happy Sunday, thank you so much for the follow. I wanted to leave you a quick follow, I saw your stats in the forum. Thank you so much, that is really appreciated. And by forum, I believe you are talking about the Truckers MP forum. In which case, I will have you know that during the weeks, Wednesdays and Fridays, I play a different game every week. So it's not only art like I'm doing today. Only on Sundays I do art. Where was I? Oh yes. So these angles here. Now, because his head is tilted down, the angle of the head is kind of like this, which means that the angle of the spike has to be more inclined, actually closer to a 90 degrees angle. So I have to replicate that over here. So let's try and do that. And I'm not going to say that I have to do it perfectly, but I do have to do it as well as I can make it. But as I always say, basics first. So if it doesn't look right off the bat, I can do fixes later, so long as I have at least something to work from. Good to know, by the way. Thank you so much, Druk. That is really appreciated. By the way, guys, on the subject of games during the weeks, yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays, I actually should use the curve tool for this part here. I have mentioned before that I am rethinking the Wednesday streams, and for those of you who do not know, my Wednesday streams so far have been only in Portuguese, and I actually have been calling that show, quote-unquote show, the BR Wednesday, because it's in Portuguese, and in this case BR being the short for Brazil or Brazilian, whatever. So I have been rethinking those, and I think I am almost at the conclusion that I should indeed stop with the BR Wednesday. However, I do not quite intend to stop streaming on Wednesdays at all. I do want to keep streaming on Wednesdays. So what I have been thinking, this is way too wide. Actually, I should actually freehand this. So what I have actually been thinking for the Wednesday streams is to replace the BR Wednesday with something else. Yes, I'm gonna get to that, Torpedo. When I decided that I should go back to live streaming and that I should use Twitch for that, at first my original idea was to only do art on Sundays. So in fact, and there's a little bit of information, a little fun fact if you will, the Chill Art Sunday, which is the stream that I'm doing right now, this was the original plan, and originally it was the only stream I was gonna make every week. Man, I hate when my hand goes there and then there when I try to do a line. It's awful. Anyway, the Chill Art Sunday was intended to be the only stream, but then I realized that it would be best if I try to diversify, let's say, my portfolio in a manner. So, well, gaming is a big thing, and I kind of wanted a little piece of that cake. So that's when I came up with the Gaming Friday, which is my gaming stream on Fridays. But I decided that I did not want to focus my content, at least game-wise. Actually, yeah, in general, I did not want to focus my content on just one single type of thing. And that is actually one of the reasons why I started to stream on Fridays as well, and do gaming there. What games do I stream? I'm also gonna get to that. I am almost there, I promise. I do talk a lot sometimes, but I'm gonna get to the point. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of context first. So then I started to do the Gaming Friday, but with the plans of streaming on Fridays and doing games on Fridays, I also originally thought that although I do want to diversify the content of my channel, I also wanted to still have something very specific. So my original plan, the first idea that came to mind on how my stream should be, I thought that perhaps I should make a stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. Originally, on that idea, the streams on Mondays should be only Euro Truck Simulator 2. The streams on Wednesdays should be only American Truck Simulator. I actually even thought of a silly name for that, and I thought of calling the Wednesday streams the Trucking Wednesday. Totally uncreative, but it was still just planning phase. Anyway, so ETSU on Mondays, ATS on Wednesdays, a different game every week on Fridays, and only art on Sundays, just like you're seeing here right now. In the end, I ended up with just the Gaming Friday, which is the gaming stream on Fridays. I'm not sure this angle is right, I don't think it is. And the Chill Art Sunday, which is the stream you are watching right now. So the art stream on Sundays. Eventually down the line, after a while, I started to stream on Wednesdays as well with the BR Wednesday, which is basically the same stream that I do on Fridays, except it is in Portuguese. So since January of last year, I have been streaming a different game every week on Wednesdays in Portuguese, a different game every week on Fridays in English, and art on Sundays also in English, just like now. But I have decided, well, almost fully decided. Lincoln, happy Sunday and welcome to the stream. No, I do not hablo español. And you know that. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Nice to see you here. Where was I? Yeah, so I've been streaming a different game on Fridays, Wednesdays, and I have already said that. So I started to... I almost fully decided that I should stop the Wednesday streams. At least as they are right now. So what I have been thinking is to kind of go back to those original plans and pick back up the idea of streaming just ATS and ETS2 on a specific day of the week. Still keeping the Gaming Friday as it is, no changes there, so a different game every week on Fridays, and still keeping the Chill Art Sunday on Sundays also untouched. Excuse me. And while adding one specific game on another day of the week. So what I might end up doing starting in February is... how exactly did I shape this thing here? Hold on, let me look at that first. Oh, I erased that. Oh, frick. Okay, fine. I just make it up again. So what I think I might do with the Wednesday streams is replace the DR Wednesday with a trucking stream in English. So instead of having a different game every week on Wednesdays, I would should use this here. I would then instead have, oh my god. I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing here and also try to think of what I'm trying to say to you guys, and there is a little bit of conflict. It's like one side of my brain wants the other one to do one thing and the other one wants to do another, and they are fighting. It's kind of difficult actually. It's harder than you might imagine. Yeah, I think... no, this is not the shape that I want for this line. Okay, that would do for starters. So what I think I might end up doing is to play both ATS and ETS2 on Wednesdays, and only those two games on Wednesdays. Of course, I cannot play both games at the same time. So what I would do is play Euro Truck Simulator on one week, and then on the next week play American Truck Simulator on Wednesday, and then on the week after, also on Wednesday, play ETS2 again, and then ATS, ETS2, ATS, you know, switch them, one of each every week on Wednesdays, and in English. As for the time of the stream, I will probably keep it on the same time as it is right now, but if I can help it, I will try to change it to 1 hour earlier. So it would be at the same time as the stream on Fridays. So it would go from 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Because that is the same time on Fridays. On Fridays, the Gaming Fridays should start at 6 p.m. Eastern. So very early in the evening. But that plan is still not fully decided. But it is most likely what I will end up doing. So if you guys like American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, that is something to look forward to. Also, I kind of is to put it lightly, but I do want to do more streams on more days of the week as well. Yeah, hydrate is a good idea, Drew. It's a good idea. That should help. Thank you for the reminder. So yeah, I would like to also stream on more days of the week. The problem is that currently, at least, do that is going to be very difficult because of some things that are happening. And without going into details, let's just say that life is getting my way. That is actually the reason why I could not stream this last Friday. I was forced to cancel this last Friday's Gaming Friday, which is very bothersome for me because I was going to, for the first time, play Phasmophobia all by myself without anyone else. And if you guys know me, I am a very scared cat when it comes to Phasmophobia. I cannot play that game by myself, but I was going to try that. What about singing 7 songs today? I don't think you have enough points for that, Lincoln. I mean, Torpedo. But anyway, I'm sorry if I'm clearing my throat too much. I'm not doing very well on the throat department today. Where was I? So yeah, I was forced to cancel the Gaming Friday, this last Friday. I was going to play Phasmophobia by myself, and it was going to be very fun. It was going to be very scary, that's for sure. But getting scared is usually fun. Let me change these things here to yellow. Actually, no. We use yellow on the primary color instead. Because I'm going to draw another part over here that is going to intersect with this first one that I drew here. Because now I have to have these spikes turning around so they can go along his back. And they are actually supposed to end right about here in this area. So I have to draw these going along his back all the way to there. And for you to have an idea how this should actually more or less go like, I'll show you an example of something similar on a different character of mine that I drew a while ago. So let's go here in my gallery. Where is Made to Soar? Made to Soar, here it is. This here looks cool. That is cool. Hold on, I gotta save this to my collection. Yeah, oops. I clicked every wrong thing. There we go. So this is another character that I have. He doesn't have spikes on his head and back. Instead, he has a mane. But to give you an idea how the spikes on that character that I'm drawing right now should curve, they should go something like this. And it is actually fun to draw, but it can be a little challenging. But anyway, point is, I have to do something like that over here. Yeah. And to not mix up those lines with the lines that I drew here so far, I will use a different color. That is also why I made a copy of these two spikes over here. So going back to what I was saying. It's a real shame because I was really looking forward to playing Phasmophobia by myself on Friday. And also, that is when I should use a darker color actually, because this yellow is way too light. Yeah, this here will do. This Friday was actually when a few changes that I made my stream stuff should have debuted. Like for example, if you guys check, there are now more emote options available instead of the original 3. So there's more emotes now that you guys can use. Also, I have finally figured out how to make the sound alerts and sound emotes work, I think. So if you check below the stream, there should be a couple of panels, a couple of new panels that you can pick sound from to have them play on the stream. And I also have included some jump scares in there of sorts, and those should be fun to have play when I'm playing a spooky game like Phasmophobia. because getting scared is fun sometimes. Okay, so I have to curve this, and I have to draw it in a way that both look correct, but also that respects not only the way his neck is, pardon me, the way his neck is curving, but also the angle at which his neck is curving. And I actually think I am doing it just right.
A few moments later.
There we go, that's one of them. Yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell, trying to explain something. Where I say something, then I go back, correct something, then my brain conflicts. Yeah, and I end up taking a while to explain things. I know, I am bad at explaining things. I'm sorry. I am glad that it works. I am glad that it works. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, remember that meme, that artist meme that I have mentioned many times actually, that I could never find, and I always bring it up when I try to draw a line, and I say that it's like my brain is commanding my hand to do something, but the hand is saying never. You know, I found it. I have finally found that freaking meme. Took forever to find that thing, but I finally found it. If you guys would like to see it, I will show you. And I might actually show you anyway, because I am about to draw a line that I'll have to draw over with freehand. And let's see if my hand is actually going to obey the brain this time and actually draw on this line instead of going all, you know, outside of the line. Okay, here we go. Hand, do it right. Do it right. Because I am about to shame you. Okay. So far, so good. That's the hand trying to obey. Okay, this spike is actually a bit. This spike here is actually a bit strange because it is in a position. Well, let me try to illustrate to you what I have in mind here. So going back to this little doodle that I have made a few streams ago. This would be this dragon as if we were floating right above him and looking straight down. Okay, so here's his head. Oops. Here's his back, obviously. Here's his back legs, right? His front legs over here. And here's his tail. So, the spikes on his head, if we were to be looking at them from above, like this, they would have a shape somewhat similar to this here. Okay, and they would kind of be turning around, or rather curving, kind of like this, following along his back, like this. I hope you guys can see this well enough. But yeah, they should be going kind of like this. And this spike in particular is at a point. It would be this one right here. It is at a point where, from our perspective, from our point of view, it is at an angle that makes it a little difficult to figure out its shape, because looking at sideways, it is shaped somewhat like this. But if we are to look at from directly in front of it or from behind, it should be shaped something like this. Well, more or less like this. Yeah, more or less like this. So the problem that I am facing right now is that, let me do this here, is that I have to figure out how this should look like at the proper angle, because it has to still retain this shape while also giving the idea that he has this shape here. I don't think I have ever drawn spikes like this before, have I? But I have to work tomorrow. I have to. Okay, Drew, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed the very little you saw here. Too bad you have to go so soon. But yeah, it was great knowing you, and thank you so much for the follow again and for joining. And I wish you have an amazing week. May this next week is going to be a better one for you, and have a great day of work. And of course, sleep well and do Dream of Dragons. Dream of Dragons is actually quite awesome. I have had dreams of I have dreamt of dragons before. It's awesome. Though to be fair, I am a tad biased in that regard. But still, regardless, have good dreams. Thank you, Drew. You're always welcome to join my streams. So just so you know, for now, the Wednesday streams, they are suspended on hold until February. Those should happen at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Gaming Fridays, which is a different game every week, they happen obviously on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And the Short Sunday, which is this one, happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Although I did start slightly late today because I was doing my laundry. But yeah, those are the times for the moment. Okay, let me see if I can make this. I can make this. I just have to figure out how. You are very welcome, Drew. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great night. Okay, so I think this side here, which is the front of the spike, would have to be curved kind of like this. So it still retains this shape a little bit, or for the most part at least. There, the hand. The hand just disobeyed the commands from my brain, and it did not follow the line properly. Okay, Mike, did you know that I am... Get me? I didn't know. What? Explain! Explain! Just curious if you have a Discord server. Yes, I do have a Discord server. However, for the moment, it is currently limited to the members of the art group Dragon Realms on DeviantArt, as well as subscribers to my Twitch channel here on Twitch. I am going to open it to the public in the near future, but for now, only subscribers and members of the art group have access to it. It's called the Dragon Realms, and it's still very small, but we have a little bit of everything there. There's random conversations, there's an area for sharing art, talking about technology, memes, and yeah. But I don't know when I'm going to open to the public, but I am going to open to the public soon. But for now, only subscribers and members of the group can access. And if you are one of those, there is a panel below the stream with a link to it. Now this here, how should I curve this one? Like this? Maybe. I got asked once in game that I should do something against on a troll, and someone sent me a DM on Discord and asked me to unban him because it... Oh, one of those people, Torpedo. Those are fun. You are very welcome, Frosty. Frosty, sorry, I meant to say Frost. I don't know why I said Frosty. I'm sorry. You'll be very welcome. I'll be looking forward to that. Also, I think I got this shape wrong after all. Oh yes, I was going to shame my hand. Hold on. Hand, because you drew the line wrong. I'm going to show the guys that meme that I was talking about. Let's see here. My images, funny. I just, there it is. That's the meme that I have been talking about. With the brain giving the hand a command and the hand saying, never! I promise you, so many artists have this problem where they try to draw a line just right. They know exactly how the line should go. But the hand it's like the hand is fighting the brain and just refuses. It's like a printer when you order it to print something. You know? Oh, you are a member of Dragon Realms on DA. Then you already have access to the group. I mean the group. Of course you have access to the group. Derp. What I meant to say is you already have access to the server. On the group Dragon Realms, if you look through there should be a post, one of the recent posts, where you will find an announcement talking about the server. You can join from there. Okay, so the original line that I drew here was not quite right, but this one seems to be worse. How did I manage that? No. What if I try this? What if I start down here, go up, and curve it outwards completely like this? This might actually work. Maybe I have to redraw this one over here, but this one on the back seems to work. The one that says from August 8th of last year, correct? Now you made a tough question. I don't remember. Let me check. How do I get to groups from here? Frick, I hate Eclipse. I hate Eclipse. It's awful. Eclipse is awful. Yeah, this one from August 8th. That is actually the... God, I still need to update these rules here. I have been saying that I am going to redo the group rules here since 2019, and I have never done it. I seriously need to update these rules. They are way too outdated. But yeah, it is the latest journal post on the group there. You know, another thing that might help me get this right is if I draw a line doing this, because I will need it. You're very welcome, Frost. But hold on, if I draw this line like this, what is going to happen to these skin wrinkles that I drew here? Well, hold on a second, I gotta figure this out. Oh. Okay, one problem at a time. Let's figure out the spikes themselves first. Then I figured out their bottom. By the way, for for anyone joining Dragon Realms, the Discord server, let me show you something real quick. When you arrive at the server, I do recommend you guys check the welcome page first and then the rules. And when you are done, there's actually the instructions here, but when you are done, go to Roles Fair and you can pick your server roles from here. So that's how you get roles automatically. Because originally you started with the most basic of the roles, which is Outsider. And once you have your roles, I will manually remove the Outsider role. So they actually are apart. of the village. Anyway, it's all dragon themed, I know. It's a village overseen by a dragon. That's why the channels are called the Tavern. Frick, I forgot. I forgot the others. The Tavern, Town Square, Tech Alley, that sort of stuff. But it is dragon themed, but there's a little bit of everything. Games, memes, tech. Yeah. It's just all themed around dragons and the villages. I'm a good dragon. I take good care of my villagers and villagers. I promise you. Actually, this spike might be fine as it is. It might be fine. Let's grab this one and paste it over here. So the black lines are over the blue lines that I drew there. And let's pick both of these. Open a new paint window. And extract just those 4 spikes. And when I say extract them, what I mean is erase everything that isn't. Oops, wrong color. My bad. Everything that isn't those spikes. That is awesome, Frost. Welcome to the village. I'll post around there soon, and do the little change on the roles that I mentioned. If you have picked your roles already, that is. Because the outsider role, I don't remember all. Do not remember all the permissions that I gave and didn't give to that role, but it is the most basic of roles. I think it only enables you to see the contents of a few channels, but without being able to post anything. So once you have the roles to gain access to these specific channels and all that sort of stuff, the outsider role becomes completely useless. And I don't think I can have that thing be removed automatically. Not that I could figure out anyway. So yeah, I'll manually remove it later. Okay, so assuming that spike that I have just drawn is correct, let's draw another one behind it. Use the curve tool. Oh, I can barely distinguish this one against the brown line art. I gotta use a better color for this. That's worse. Somehow that's worse. Sure, let's use purple. Oh, by the way, also, to anyone watching the stream now and who would like to join Dragon Realms, the Discord server, or have already joined, like you, Frost, for example, if you are an artist and you are open for commissions, there's also a commissions channel in the server. For now, because the server is still really tiny, there isn't enough people there, I think, to make advertising on the channel really worth it. But for any artist who would like to advertise their commissions there, you can. There are instructions on the channel on how you can do that. Even myself, I am open for commissions, but because the server is still way too tiny, I haven't posted there. But hopefully very soon. Okay, so the shape of this spike is actually mostly correct. It is on the wrong position, however. Or is it? This spike over here, if I am to draw its shape on the dragon's back, it should probably, its base should probably be shaped somewhat like this. Somewhat like this. Not exactly like this, but somewhat like this. Which means this other one would be like this, right? Sometimes I wish I was able to do 3D models on Blender, because then I could model a spike like this and I could manipulate it on a 3D space, and that would make it a lot easier to see what exactly should the shape of these spikes be. That would be very, very helpful. But okay, assuming, yeah, I think this is right. Yeah, this is right. Or at least as right as it can be. The thing is, this spike might be too small, is it? I'm not sure, because I have to also consider perspective. So the farther away the spikes are from us, the viewer, or the camera, if you will, the smaller they should appear to be. Although they are not actually smaller, they are bigger than the ones on his head. So I have to balance perspective with their actual size. Having said that, I think I have made these here, the ones in blue, I think I have made them too small. I think they should be a little larger. At least this one should be larger than it is. Thing is, I can erase them or undo them and draw them again, but if I instead draw over these originals here, that should make it easier to get them right, because then I will have the original as reference, as a base. The problem is that I already have way too many colors here. Alright, new idea. Let's recolor the brown line art and change it to a light gray. I'm changing it to light gray because since this color is very light, very bright, bright, whatever, any other color that I use over this line art is going to be easier to identify. Remember when I had a problem with using a light color over here with this spike? Yeah, that happened because I was using a darker color, and they were kind of similar to each other. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Point is, now that I have this for contrast, let's improve the contrast actually. Let's pick the same shade of blue and pick dark gray on the secondary, and let's change these two spikes that I want to redraw. Let's change them to that shade of gray. And oh, you know what I can do? I can free the color red as an option for drawing more spikes here without actually losing the line that is defining his back, because I just need that line to, well, for reference, I can recolor it to light gray, and now I can use the color red on his back. And because the color red is bright, it should make it a lot easier to see it, and therefore it should help a lot when it comes to redrawing these lines here. So let's do it. Hudson, what happened to I tried to say happy Sunday and welcome to the stream at the same time. I almost said happy welcome. I don't know. Welcome to the stream and happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. And for the subscription. That is awesome. That is really appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I deserve that failed trumpet there. In my defense, like I said before, I am trying to think of words and think of what I have to do here on the actual picture itself, and the two informations are kind of, you know, hitting each other in the way. It's like I have only one pipeline where the information has to flow through, and there are these two other pipelines trying to connect to this one, and they are crashing at the intersection. But yeah, I tried. Speaking of I tried, there is one emote that I want to add to the Discord chat, not Discord chat, the Twitch chat. That would actually be fitting for situations such as this. Where did I put that? I think it's here. Memes. The Mike tried one. Yep, that one. If I can remember where I put that. Hold on, I do remember. It's the DeviantArt whip. Let's see, Photoshop. Our stream thumbnail. Stream. Nope, emotes. Okay, it is not here. I don't remember where I put it. What do I? Hold on. Memes. User tried? No. Edited? No. It is somewhere. I was just working with it the other day. I don't remember where I put it, but yeah. It is like just like this one here. Oh, wait a second, it is in here. Sure. There. I tried. Sorry, I want to add this one. The problem is that apparently this is not completely square shaped, so Twitch refuses it. Actually, no, it is too small of a resolution, so I have to resize it for Twitch to accept it. Reptane, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. I have a mic tried emote. If you want, I can send it to your Discord so you can save it again. Yeah, I have it. The problem is that it is just too small. And Twitch only accepts a minimum of 112 by 112 pixels, and that one is smaller than that, so I have to resize it. And well, that means basically reconstruct the entire GIF, because I have to resize every single frame and then reassemble those frames into a GIF again. The last mission on the Lithuanian campaign. Man, I wish I had that game, Riptane. Age of Empires is awesome, and the Definitive Edition definitely looks awesome. Problem is, being broke does not help my situation or anyone's situation for that matter. Yeah, I really want that game. I want that one and the original Age of Empires, the Definitive Edition as well. And Age of Empires 3. Would you believe that I have never played Age of Empires 3 before? I have never. Such times indeed. I have no idea how many hours I spent playing Age of Empires, the original, when I was a kid. I love that game. I've never been good at it. I'm not afraid to confess that. But I do like it. It's like Rocket League. I'm not good at it, but I like it. And could you just please do the line correctly? It's not difficult. Come on. Okay, that is better. Now, using the curve tool, Let's do this part of the spike, or rather, redo this part of the spike. There. That should be fine. Almost. There we go. Okay, and now here's another reason why I use different colors when drawing lines like this, especially ones that are intersecting. So, I changed the color of the original sketch with these spikes here to dark gray. So this shade of gray here. Now I want to erase those without erasing anything else. I want to erase just those. I have a couple options. I can zoom in and grab either the pencil or the eraser and try to erase just those lines without actually touching other lines. The problem with doing this using this method is whether I am using the pencil or the eraser, I am always end up accidentally erasing a few more pixels from other things by accident. So, to avoid that, just pick the color that you want to remove on the primary color, grab the eraser, have the color of the background on the secondary color, in this case white, and right click over the area that you want to erase. So in this case, you are not actually going to be erasing that line, you are actually just changing its color to something else. In this case, I want to change the dark gray into white, and this obviously makes it look like I have actually erased it. So this is a way that I can erase all of that without affecting anything else. And if I just wanted to change this to a different color, all I would have to do is go here on color number 2, select it and pick another color for that. Now the eraser is the other color. Run it over like this and there we go, different color. But since that is not what I want, white it is. Why is it not undoing? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now let's copy. Let's not copy this. Let's instead copy these two sketches. These two spikes. Paste them here over the red. And copy them both plus the red. And bring them over to here. And extract them. There we go. Now let's remove that blue line and the purple. Alright, let's leave just these two here as a backup. Speaking of backup, I haven't saved in a while. There we go. Always remember to frequently save your progress, whatever you are doing. Very well then. Now, let us pick... Actually, let me change that blue there to a different color. Let's change it to light gray as well. There we go. Right now the priority are the spikes. So that horn can screw itself as far as I care for the time being. Because now I have freed the color blue to be used on this other spike over here. And I can still use the color purple, but I want to use the color blue. My favorite colors to use when drawing lines like this, and I want to keep things separated from each other, are always light blue, red, and sometimes yellow and purple. And sometimes this dark blue as well. But mainly blue and red. And the reason for that is because those are very easy to distinguish against other colors. Something is not right here. Of course something is wrong here. I just drew the line in red. Now it is mixed up with this other one here. Dummy. Place this here. There. The angle does not seem to be quite right. Let's try and change the angle a little bit. Okay. Now this part. I know there is a gap over there. I am aware. Is this right? This angle right? Doesn't feel quite right. Oh, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I think I know what's wrong. Emphasis on the word think. No, I don't know what is wrong. I do not know what is wrong. How many of these spikes is Korra supposed to have on his back? They are supposed to follow all the way across his tail, but how big they are basically define how many there should be. Cannot exactly use this picture as a reference for those because I am changing their design. Yeah, it would be nice if he has about this many, at about this size. The problem is that the way that I am doing this and the size that I'm giving them, actually these ones here, actually all of them are too big, and now that I realize it, they are too big, and being this big means less spikes, or rather fewer spikes. That is not quite right. I'm gonna have to draw all of them all over again. Fine. I would do it. Should I save this progress to the progress sheet first, though? Probably. Just in case I mess something up and I actually want to go back to this stage of the progress. So, better safe than sorry. Let's bring it over here and drop it there and save. Alrighty then. Let's redraw these things. Let's change the black to dark gray. Let's change the red to dark gray. And also the purple. Now it is fine that all of these are the same color like this, because I am going to erase them after I have the proper spikes. Alright, so they have to be smaller. Let me rely on the curve tool a little more. They start small on the head. Hope I am doing this right now. Oops. Suppose that is good enough. Let's see the next one. Should actually start here. And right about there. Curve it outwards like so. Bring this line to about By the way, have you guys noticed that I changed the overlay of the stream a little bit? You can now see my taskbar and see all the windows that I have opened. And how I organize myself and how easily I can switch between windows and files with a taskbar with ungrouped stuff. Is that right? I guess not. Not quite. It has to be a little more angled. Yeah, like this. Okay. Okay, that seems better. Now let's do the next spike. And this is where the spikes start to make a turn, as his neck is also turned. So the angle of this one has to be different. Also, its size should be a little different, or maybe not. The angle is wrong here. It needs to be a little more vertical. Not by much. Let's see, hopefully this will do. Now bring it down to right about here. Oh, Mike, there's a gap there. I know. That was semi-intentional. There. The little line there that has to go away. It's better. I just made a mistake. This line here, on this lower part, the bottom here, this is actually supposed to be kind of behind this other one. But it's actually supposed to start right about there. And then it goes up. Like this. Okay, so this little bit of line over here, that must go away right now. But in order to erase that without accidentally erasing some of the line arts, some of this line art over here, I am going to change the color of the line. Why has it not changed the color? It should have changed the color. Should have changed the color to blue. Oh, fine. I'll just manually do this then. I was going to use the eraser trick with this a little bit here. Alright, that wasn't so bad actually. Very well. Let's keep going. Now this one has to go all the way down. Not all the way down, but close to all the way down. Somewhere around here. Near the line that is defining his back. And curve it like so. Okay? Okay. Now let's do the same thing but a spike behind it. And this one is supposed to be a little more curved. So let's start it here. End it there. The curve. Change color to blue. Why is it not changing the color? Oh, now I did. A fudge. Okay, whatever. It changed it back to red! Why? Why? What the heck? Fine, I'll start with the color blue then. I dare you change it to red. I dare you change it to red again. By yourself, Paint. I dare you.
Bruh.
I know, right? There, blue. Good. I do not blame Microsoft Paint itself for that. Because this is the Windows 7 version of Paint. I've never had issues with this. I blame Windows 10 itself instead. Because Windows 10 is upset that I'm not using its version of Paint. Now guys, you guys might not remember, but the Paint version that comes with Windows 10 is actually a little different. Let's see here. See, Windows System 32. You still have that here. I'm going to show you a little comparison. There it is. There. Windows 10's version of Paint comes with this stupid button over here, while the Windows 7 version does not. Other than that, they are virtually the same thing, same version. But I hate this button, so I basically replaced 10's Paint with 7's. And I recommend you do the same on Windows 11 if you ever use that. Because as I have shown you before, Windows 11's version of Paint sucks. Okay, now this one should curve all the way down to right about here. What? I did not double click the line. When you use the curve tool, you can only give it 2 clicks. You first define the line, then you give it 1 click to do one curve, and the second click to do the other curve. Once those 2 clicks are used up, it finishes the line and gives you a selection of the whole thing. That way you can move it around. And it did just that, but I don't remember giving it a second click. Maybe the battery on this pen is low, so it might be failing a few clicks. That would make sense. In any case, the line is now done. Almost done. Come on, hand. Draw the line. There you go. Alright, now I want the red to be over the blue. So, I'm going to undo all of this. Copy just this bit. Redo all of that. And let's yeet this one. Let's erase everything. Everything that isn't red. Now copy this over to the workshop and place it exactly over the red lines. There we go, perfect. I am going to keep this blue line here for the time being, but that will have to be erased very, very soon. Now then, actually that is going to be erased right now, because I will change the blue line into red. Let's use the eraser to erase just the little bit of blue that is showing here. And now let's change the blue to red. Very good. I should probably thicken up those lines right now. Yeah, sure, let's do that. There. And come on, you have to follow the line, not outside of the line. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm not talking much right now, but this here requires a lot of concentration. More than you might imagine, actually. There. Save. And there. Okay, good. Save. Now, with a different color, I can draw the other spike. And this one shall be what this one here was, or was supposed to be. So, here, I guess. Sure. Curve it like so. You might notice that sometimes when I draw a curved line like this, when I curve it, I click outside and do a little tippy thing like that. That's because I am trying to unselect the curve I have just made. Now this one, perhaps here and up to here. Yes. Curve it inwards down here and outwards up there. Sort of redefine this curve here a bit. Okay. Is this? Now here comes the time of truth. If I have done this correctly or not. Now we are going to find out. Okay, let's let's extract those red spikes so I can paste them over this blue one. Is this the maximum size? Yes. This is the maximum size for the eraser. There we go. Now copy this over to here. Perfect. Let's change the color. Oops. And you know what? I will... Oh, there's a little bit of brown there. And gone. That has to be changed. I will go ahead and back up these spikes right now instead of undoing the next spike, so I can get these. Put them here. Before I do this, let me try something. Why do I still have System32 open? I'm not going to delete it. Let's open this older version of Paint here. This one will give me an unlimited size for the eraser. should make it a lot easier to... How do I zoom out? I forgot. Should make it a lot easier to erase everything here. Let's make it a gigantic eraser. Now that's a big boy of an eraser, isn't it? Nice. Oh, much easier. Now copy that. And let's just hold it in the transfer area or the clipboard. Let's save this. Now for the next spike, it has to be behind this one and pointing to the dragon's back here, the dragon's butt. How should I go about doing that? Let's begin that one with a line here, I guess. Let's end it there. Curve it like so. And now the back of the spike. Where is it going? Wait a second. I made a mistake. This first line has to be a little more to the side. Because see the line that is defining his back? So this is that line, okay? The spike, imagine we are looking at his back straight down. We are up, we are above this dragon, we are looking straight down. So the spike should be centered on the line. Kind of like this. Okay, so if it is centered, it means that the line that I need to draw here should be a little more to the side of this back line, not starting at the line itself. Otherwise, the spike would be offset from the line. I hope it makes sense. Therefore, the line shall begin right about here, I suppose. Go up there. Bring it down to here. I hope this curve is right. Only one way to truly find out. Okay, now let's paste the red spikes over this one. Nice. And say, I have already saved. Let me erase this little bit of blue from here. Okay? Okay. Let's change it to red. And now it should be time to erase the original ones from here. So let's remove the dark green. Now let's have a look at what we have here so far. Yeah, alright. That seems good. Let me do a backup of these. Because there's a reason. Oops. To help us understand how these spikes are turned, I am going to draw a line over them. Quite similar to what I did to his claws on a past stream. There. There. We'll probably have to redefine that one later, but it's gonna be like this for now. Now these lines I am actually going to keep. And they will probably be carried over to the final line art as well. Do I need this line over here for this spike? Probably not. I just... Go. Now let's erase the blue where it is supposed to not be there. What? There. And let's change it to red. Although, this one over here is not quite right. Let's do it again. Okay. Save. Now, see? Those lines, they help us see what exactly the shape of these spikes is supposed to be and how they are actually positioned. And having said that, now I kind of need to draw well, I need to draw their bottom. I hope I'm doing this one here. This one shall extend here. But these lines here, this line of the spikes is going to cover them. Yes, it will. We actually need those. Maybe not necessarily. Alright, let's do without them for now. Let's ignore them for the time being. Okay. Let's reinforce the lines and draw the remaining of the spikes. And save. Now we want a backup of this again. That is actually looking quite nice, I dare say. Where does his spikes are supposed? Where do they end again? Okay, a little before the midway of his tail. So, right about here. I don't know why I just made that accent by accident. It was accidental. right about here. Aye. Let us draw a few more spikes and have them end at the base of his tail. I don't know. Wait, where's this one supposed to go? Here. It is supposed to be a little more curved on the top here. A little more. Alright, let's curve that a little more. I do not even know what accent that what accent what accent that I am doing. This spike does not seem quite right. Yeah, it does not seem quite right. Let's pick yellow and redo the line up here. Do it again. Let's change where it ends / starts. Yes, that looks more right. And this goes down to right about here. And it curves. Maybe not like that. Yeah, that should do it. Let's remove the blue and change this yellow to blue. Do I actually have to do that? No. I'm gonna do it anyway. There we go. Okay, well, let's paste these over that. And erase this here. Actually, no, let's not do that yet. Because first, I want to draw this line. You know, the line that is helping define the shape of the thing and how it is curved. Sort of stuff. Oh, interesting. I might have just accidentally made an improvement. There. Now I can paste this one over. All of that for basically nothing, because it kind of looks like that line is not there at all. That's fine. Let's carry on. I don't necessarily have to draw this line here now, but why not? Now for the next spike. Wait, no, stop. I need to extract that new one as well. Well, keeping the blue there? Sure. Speak blue. Draw the next one. We are almost done with these spikes.
Sometimes I just feel like a stranger in my life. Sometimes I don't feel right at all. I may be lonely, but maybe I'm supposed to be, 'cause no one's there to hear me when I call. Things get complicated, so I've watched and waited for the moment I'll find someone like me. I feel so underrated. Some just leave
Oh, this one is looking very nice, guys.
never find someone like
You just have to get this line correct. Yeah! Oops, crap, I accidentally pressed Ctrl Z. Yeah, that is good. I think. Let's reinforce the line. Yeah. Maybe a little bit off this part.
confidence never was mine. A harsh word can leave me stunned. Some say I'm unique and others strange. Some say I'm just
Come on,
living
hand.
up to my name, but I can't be the only one.
Come on.
Sometimes I just feel like a stranger.
There, that's good enough. No, it's not. Fine, I'll use the curve tool. There. Now, what do I need? I need to paste this one. Erase what is not supposed to be visible. Turn it all to red. And back it up. Wait a second. This is wrong. I did not align the spikes correctly. Now they are right.
So I've watched and waited for the moment I'll find someone.
I wish Paint had a shortcut, a keyboard shortcut, for the tools.
Just leave me frustrated. Maybe I finally found some.
Like you press E on the keyboard, or rather Control E, it selects the eraser. You press Control P, it selects the pencil. Press Control B, it selects the paint bucket, you know, that sort of stuff. That would be nice. There we go. Now copy, save, paste that here. Move the gray. Let's continue. Now the nice thing now is that these last spikes, they are actually far more sideways than all others. Well, except for the ones on his head. The point is, these are going to be much easier to draw. In theory, at least. good. Seems fine.
Cold winter fast approaches as we fearfully wait. The simplest of simple creatures bound by the laws of fate.
Now here's a part that is going to get a little bit interesting. So these lines that I have been drawing on the bottom of every single spike in here, this here is the part where this line shall basically disappear, because this is where the spikes transition from being visible at an angle to being completely sideways on his tail, and because of that these are not actually visible anymore. Well, they should not be visible anymore because this is where they basically blend in with the line art of the tail itself. There, that should do. Missing one, I think so. I actually completely forgot to reinforce these lines here.
We see it in her moonlit eyes, a fury held at bay, a battle waiting in the ashes to resume another day. As we
Fine, I'll use color blue to reinforce this one here.
fill the souls with dread, we fight tonight to rule tomorrow, and a dark day lies ahead.
There. And color everything red. And now, just like before, let's grab this, place it here, remove the gray. Wait a second. There's a little bit more of red here that was not supposed to be there. You know what? Hold on. Let me do this. Wait, what? There's some extra red pixels there that do not exist on the actual selection. That was weird. Okay, now for the final spikes. Wait a second, this here is not actually supposed to go all the way to the line art of the tail.
The times we live in now have changed, honor is long gone, and now that good and evil are shades of gray, a cruel impasse is drawn. For all the good we have created, it doesn't make us right, but those of us who hide in darkness see a different kind of light.
Maybe a couple more. We'll be done with the spikes. Or maybe just one, actually. Because I almost forgot to consider the angle at which we are looking at this character. And his tail is already curving back here. I'm not sure if what I just said made any sense, to be honest.
As the sunset fades away,
It feels like there's a gap here. Feels like there's a gap that should not be there. I will fix that in a moment, but first I need to take a quick bathroom break. So I will be right back, my friends. Alrighty, I am back. Okay, let's fix those spikes. And the way to fix them is by undoing all of them.
A few moments later.
Indeed, I mean, I didn't take that long, did I? But hey, you know what they say, when nature calls, you gotta answer. That is not a call you can let go to the mailbox, to the voice box. It was fitting. Yes, it was fitting. That is one of the reasons why I put it there. Okay, Frost, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great night and a great week. And sleep well, and of course, dream of dragons. I'm not gonna say that is a catchphrase, but it is kind of my catchphrase now. But yeah, have an awesome week, Frost, and hopefully we'll meet again on a future stream. Have a good one. Okay, so this closes that gap that I mentioned. Seemed to be there. Except that it still doesn't seem right. Let me try again. Let me try again, and let me start from here this time. Okay, yes, I think this seems to be a bit better. I hope your dreams will be good. There's still that one dream that I had a few days ago, 2 weeks ago actually, with my dragon, my favorite dragon character, Michael Braveheart. I still want to draw that scene that I saw. Just to give you an idea, I do not remember what the dream was, but just to give you an idea of what the scene was, I remember vividly that he was flying in the air. I'm not going to do a perfect drawing here, just a doodle. Just flying in the air. You could see him from behind, kinda. It's kind of sideways. His wings were spread open. It looks awful, but whatever. His wings were spread open in the air. It was kind of just hovering there. And there's a leg hanging here. There's another leg there. His tail was hanging down. And in front of him, on the background, there was this huge tornado touching the ground, and we could see the curvature of the planet off in the distance, and in mountains down there on the land, and I think there was a river going by around here somewhere, and of course clouds everywhere, and he was just there, flying, kind of hovering in the air, looking at this tornado. Imagine these are his horns, by the way. So it was something like this. I really want to draw this scene at some point because it looked awesome in my dream, and I think it is something that I will be able to replicate in picture form. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. My Steam account is Mike Dragon. Excuse me. Yep, there it is. Mike Space Dragon. I'm actually here. And I do have this message here that everyone that I don't know ignores. That I'm saying that if I don't know who you are, then I will not accept your friend invitation. I don't normally add people I don't know or barely know. And as you can see here, a lot of people ignore that. That number used to be much larger, much bigger. But yeah, people I don't know, and this is a habit that I've had since 2007. I don't add people I don't know or barely know, and yet people who I don't know insist on sending me friend invitations. It's not that I am trying to be mean to them or like but like I think I am too good for them because oh, I am an admin on Truckers MP, I'm not gonna add you. No, it's nothing like that. It's just that I've had some bad experiences adding random people, you know, back in the past. That's why since 2007 I don't do that anymore. 7.7. Yes, those screenshots are mine, Rectane. Salve Gui, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Nice seeing you here. How are you doing? So you wouldn't accept me? I don't know, Torpedo. Maybe. I suppose by now I can say I know you. Now, if Lincoln tells me that I should not, then, well, we're gonna have a problem. I'm just kidding. Accept mine then. Did you send it for the invitation? I didn't see a notification here. It still says 65. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Frick. I don't know, send a friend invitation, Riptane. When it pops here, I'll look into that. Yeah, I would imagine that Lincoln has you on his friends list. There we go, there's Riptane. I wish it would just show the actual person when you click on the notification. I have no idea who these people are. Hold on, Riptane's in here somewhere. There. Done. Should be legit. I found you. Yeah, like I have checked into the profiles of some of those accounts before, and some of them are not only level 0, but some of them are completely private even. No way, Jose, that I'm going to trust some of those. Now, I might be generalizing what I'm about to say, and I apologize if this sounds offensive to anyone, and maybe even wrong, because it might be wrong. But again, not meaning to actually generalize, but I am pretty sure a bunch of those accounts are people who just want to, you know, be friends with admin. Because bans on Truckers MP. And I mean, not necessarily anything wrong with that, but that is not right either. I just about that. I have no idea how I leveled up. How I leveled up mine. Actually, don't even know what level mine is for that matter. What is my level? 16. 11 years on Steam and my account is only level 16. Oh, I can't imagine, Riptane. I can't imagine because I'm on the exact same boat. You have to remember, Truckers MP has over, well, it doesn't have over 5 million users yet. It's nearly at 5 million users. And there's a lot of those who just wants to be friends with the admin, you know? And for those of you who do not know, I am a game moderator leader on Truckers MP. So, you know, admin photo please. Prosecute request as well, like you can accept. Probably because you are friends with one Torpedo. I mean, I remember this time when I was still in the support team for Truckers MP, and people thought I was an admin. I was just, people were saying, "Hey, unban me." I was like, I can't do that. I'm support. Talk to an admin. Talk to an actual admin. And for the record, it was before there was an appeal system. Now, if you get banned, you have to appeal, and you can only deal with the with the GM that has issued your ban, and only through the reports, the appeal system. Nothing else works. Users are actually, by rule, technically not even allowed to message staff members directly to try and discuss bans. Because again, that can only be done through the appeal system and only between the person who has been banned and the moderator who issued their ban. I'm friends with 2 admins, 1 community manager and 1 community moderator. Yeah, nice people. Most of them are nice people, actually. Contrary to some popular belief. But jokes aside, people on TMP are very cool. Most of them, anyway. Like anywhere in the world, there's always some 1 or 2 people who escape that rule. But of course, I'm not going to mention any names. Okay, so I think these spikes are better now. Let's paste these here. And do I need to draw this line here? Maybe. And if so, this is going to be the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. Let's remove the blue inside here. Convert all the blue to red. I will make a backup and we'll see what this looks like. Okay, let's copy this, save, bring it over to this old version of Paint, paste it, erase with the giant eraser, copy, save it to the progress sheet. There's a reason for this. Thank you, Torpedo. You also do have an awesome week there. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you enjoyed. It's always awesome to have you here. And sleep well. And of course, you better do Dream of Dragons. Okay, what do I want to do next? I will save this entire sketch to the progress sheet. And then I'm going to restore some parts of this dragon here. And let's put this here. Now I will want this head. Let's paste it. That's not the head. I forgot to select all when I press Ctrl C. Okay, paste it here. Good. Very, very good. Actually, no. No, undo that. I want this body. This here. Entire thing. I'm going to reuse this window. Wait a second. I want an earlier version of the progress, one that does not have the horn on his right side. Here, this one. Let's paste this one here. Okay, how much of a difference is this? Okay, it has a big change to the head and back paws. All paws, actually. Okay. Not big of a problem. Let's remove the horn. Right. Now I want this body here, but without the horn. Oh, I can't remove it on this file. That's fine. That is fine. Let me erase these paws here first. Also this section completely. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to no, I'm not going to reuse this window. Instead, I'm going to open a new window of Paint and paste this here. And here I want to remove the horn, the blue line art for the horn. Go. Now I can copy this body and paste it over here. Okay. Now let's remove all of the brown lines, because these are all outdated. Very, very outdated. What is going on over here though? Something's wrong. Okay, I get it. Raise that as well. Now I can erase the brown lines. I don't know if there's any brown left, but just in case, let me run the eraser over everything. Just to make sure. Okay, alright. Very good. Now copy all of this. And what? And paste it. Wait, no. Hold on, what am I trying to do here? Oh, I know. I remembered. I forgot for a moment, but everything's... Oh! Thank you so much, Riptane! Okay, this actually deserves this here, even though it's not a stream donation. But whatever, thank you so much! Oh, I'm definitely going to play this very, very soon. This game is freaking awesome. Okay, now I need a version of this dragon's body that does not have that horn in blue. More specifically, I need this chunk of the sketch. Let me paste it over here. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to copy this entire body and paste it over to the progress sheet. That dragon just now would fit so well into an MLG parody montage. I suppose so. Okay, now I have his entire body without the horn, and I did that because I need to place all of that. Wait. Yeah. That's right. Give me the spikes. Let me paste them over here, over his back, just like that. Now I would take this head and paste it over the spikes on the head. There we go. Boros Parlet is gaining shape, my dudes. Let's copy this over to the progress sheet. If I keep expanding this canvas any more than this, soon I will have to save this as another file, because I have learned from experience that a too large of a canvas on Paint can be a problem sometimes. So sometimes I have had to divide the progress sheet of one single character into multiple files because of their size. Okay, anyway, now I do this. Erase all the red from inside this horn. Oh, hold on, I still have to restore some of the blue horn. I say blue horn, but I mean the line art of the horn of his right horn. Must not forget about that. Now let me erase this. It looks like I will have to erase some of this here as well. There. Should I erase this line here? Yes, I should. Although it would be good if I actually would keep these lines here. Not because they are supposed to be visible, because they are not, but to facilitate. Oh, wait a second. The guideline of the back is visible here. Oh no! Ah, crap. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a few more adjustments. Give me this body, but without that line. And let's remove that line from here. You know, this is actually great, because it will give me the opportunity to... Wait, what? I don't know, I have to restore a piece of that right horn here somehow. Let's do one thing at a time. This first. Now this. Now I want the horn. So let me select that. I'm going to reuse this window. And let's extract just the horn itself. So bring this over to here. Paste it over that gray line. Oh, great. As of this point here, his right horn is supposed to be mostly... Wait a second. I am a little bit confused. So the spikes on his head, neck, and back, they are going like this, right? They're going like this. His horns, let me pick a different color. Yeah, let's go with green. His horns are supposed to be kind of like this. I don't know if you guys can tell what I am confused about here right now, but I have a feeling that the spikes on his neck while he's turning his head like this, I have a feeling that they would / should bump into the horns, more specifically the right horn. How do I do this? This spike here is supposed to be free of the horn. Also this one, maybe. But not this one and not this one. So this line of the horn is supposed to be visible here, but not here, right? Confused dragon noises. I don't know, let me copy this here. Let me try something. Time to experiment. Time to experiment. Which one of these spikes? 1, 2, keep. Spike number 3. Okay, spike number 4. So 1, 2, 3. Here, this is spike number 4. Let's erase it. I erased too much there. This will do. Okay, now let's grab this, place it here, grab this head, and place it over everything. Okay, I'm not sure what I am doing here, but let's see if it works. Before I do it though, let me save this sketch to the progress sheet. Who knows if I might need it later. Save. Okay, now I will do this. And let's do everything that I have done before. Before I realized I had made a mistake. Yeah? Now here. Now I want blue. Let's remove it from here. Move this black. And that there on his back. Okay. Now some of this red that is showing here, actually all of it. Also that black there. Oops, that was red. My mistake. Let me get this sample head out of here. As it is kind of getting in the way a little bit. You know, let me erase this here as well. Because now I want to color all of the lines the same color. I want them all to be black because I want to see what this dragon is actually looking like. Okay. Let's copy this over to the old version of Paint so I can use a much larger eraser for this process. Let's see. This shade of red on the primary, black on the secondary. Nice. Same thing with the blue. No. Copy this. Paste it to paste it to the progress sheet. And paste it over here as well. Also look. Guys, I think I have finished sketching Horus's body over here. He is still missing his wings, of course, but other than that, I don't think anything else is necessary. What I will do before I get on to drawing his wings is actually give this sketch colors so I can have an even clearer idea of what he's looking like, and that should actually help me realize and figure out if there's anything else that I actually do need to change or fix on him that I might be missing on just a pure black and white sketch. Very well. It does not have a color set reference. Or does he? Let me look into the project files for Shout Your Last Cry. If he has one, it's in there, because I have never drawn a reference sheet for this character. Let's see, Alpha. Should be the... actually, line arts. Alpha should be the one that should open. Check that. Well, this would work, because I need flat colors. Okay. I am going to make a make-do reference, not a reference sheet, but a colors set for him. Let me open Bravehearts to, as a reference. Here, my color set. I suppose I gotta cancel that first. Yep. Now let's copy this and paste it here. Colors do have the basic color set here, but whatever. That's not what we want now. Oops, wrong layer. Okay. Wait a second. Let me open this on Paint. Mm-hmm. Put it there. And now I want just Koros himself. So this line art, I mean this layer belongs to him. I suppose everything below this layer is what I need to hide. This picture is from before I started using groups on Photoshop to keep things organized. Okay. Now let's merge all the visible layers. Visible, and copy this over to here. Good. Now this should make it easier for me to pick the colors and place them here. So, oh, hold on, first I will also want this here, because it contains the darker shades of colors, and it's going to be easier to pick them from here than from Koros himself over here. Okay, his skin slash scales, they are this shade of blue. His spikes are that shade of whatever that color is. Put that here. His horns are this color. Actually, I think this here is the same color as that anyway, so... Is it? Let's see, let's pick that on the primary and grab anything else on the secondary. Oh, yes, the eyes and the horns are the same color, so let's not touch these. The eyeballs are this shade of yellow, I think. So that goes there. Line art? Yeah, I should not have a line art. Whatever. It is not important right now. Tongue, that is not going to be changed. Eyebrows, that is not really a thing. Paw pads. I have never set colors for his paw pads. Let's have something based on his main color, which is blue. Let's have that be a very dark shade of blue. Now, for the membrane of his wing, it is this shade of gray. And I am not sure, but I think that is also the same shade on his underbelly. Yes, it is. So, wings, underbelly, so this goes here. Uh-huh. Is that the same shade for the thing on his tail? It is. So let's ignore that. And now for the line arts. So that color goes here. This one goes here. This dark blue goes here. I will make a darker shade of this yellow for his eyeball, but I no longer use that color for anything. Or do I? I can't remember. In any case, that should do it. Eyebrows, I'm not going to touch that. I lied, I will. Pick the same color as the paw pads. And those should get a darker shade of blue. Very close to black, but not there. Not quite there. And that should do it. So these should be all of Koros' colors. Now let's copy just the colors themselves and bring them over to here. Second. You didn't copy? That was weird. Let's grab the selection tool. Magical Wand, I mean. Set the tolerance to 0. Disable anti-alias. Select this white. Delete it. Set it black to 32 and re-enable anti-alias. Now let's just place these new colors over these originals. Oh, hold on. Why am I doing that here? Copy, paste it here instead. There we go. Just because I can, let me change this here. Nice. Okay, so these are the colors set, the base colors for the character Chorus Parlet. Let me make a new folder where I will be saving this. And let's call it Chorus. Should I give the full name of the character? Sure. Chorus Parlet. Is it with 2 T's? I forget now. I think it is. Wait. Whatever. Chorus Parlet's colors set. Chorus color set V1. Save it there. Now let's save. Wait a second. Oops. I meant to merge them down. Yep. Save again. Now let me save a version without this background, so I can have transparency as a PNG file. Very well, now let's find out if his name does have 2 T's or not. There's a lot of old TXT files in here. So this is a list that I have talked about some time ago, where I wrote down names that I think could be nice for, could be useful for characters. Some of them are already in use, some are not. And I think Chorus's name is in here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right here. Yes, it does have only 1 L and 2 T's, so I did write it. I did spell it right. What names do I have here? Sylvana, News. Sylvana, that's the second name for a dragoness called Valerie. Where is her name is in here anyway? It's not in here? Should be. Alright, let me edit this. Valerie Dovana. There we go. Balestra Taglok. Dracunus I made up the name and I cannot say it. Numptukan. There we go. Dracunus Numptukan. Ignus Malthus. General Barrius Darko. Chorus Parlet. Arani Cohart. So these are in use. Not included here are also... Frick, now oh my god, my mind just blanked. Wheatley Morris. I just remembered. Why have I not written down his name here as well? That is a character that I have. Wheatley Morris. In use. All of these names here that are marked as in use, all of these are dragons, are dragon characters that I have. And I have never drawn most of these. Not yet, at least. So far, they only exist in my imagination. Okay. So yeah, I did get his name right. Let's go to that folder now. Coloring, chorus bar, let's color set. Okay. This is now what I want. So let's not save this, and actually I can close Photoshop completely. And yeah, let's open this in here. Copy it. And let's paste it here in the workshop. Very well, very well. Let's begin with his scales. I absolutely do not need to do this. I don't have to color him now. He's not even supposed to be colored right now. But the advantage of doing it is that I can see, one, how he actually looks like in sketch form, and two, if I have to do any fixes before I move before I move any further with this project. Want blue on that 1 pixel, thank you. That moment when you try to hit that one specific pixel. Talk about pixel precision, huh? Alright, for those pixels there, I'm actually just going to use the eraser and do it like this. Not that I have to, but it helps. Because that's a paw. Right here in between these spikes, that's where his shoulder is. His right shoulder. Ah, the pixels. Come on, there. Okay, let's pick another color and add it to his body. Underbelly. Let's do this. That. Every time what you just saw happens, that is a time when I am trying to hit one single pixel. One very specific pixel. There we go.
Hello friends, it's time for ponies again. What would we do without them? What would we do without them?
Now let's do the same thing on his tail.
And I don't want to know,
Nice.
but I guess that I'm gonna have to.
And also this thing on his tail. Suppose that might be some sort of blade. Natural occurring blade. You probably would not like to be slapped by this part of his tail. Horns. Oops.
This can't be real.
Oh, this here is going to require a little bit of pixel precision. Okay. This one down here. Oops. I meant to pick that blue. Yes, this part here is not supposed to be... Well, it's not really supposed to exist. No? Since I have that color in hand, let's color his claws. Because they're also supposed to have that color. And his teeth. His teeth also should get this color. Those big chompers. And his eye. Alright, that seems to be all. Let's color his tongue. That's a dark shade of red. I don't have a sample for gums. Why don't I? I don't know. I think that is something that I should include in the color set of my characters. Well, for the time being, let's just use whatever. Because here we do. Although it should probably be a little more pinkish. Not really relevant at this time though. Someday I will hit this pixel without zooming. Come on, oh my god. Fine, I will zoom. There. Let's change this a little bit more. Make it a little more pinkish. For this membrane over here. These are not quite the shades of red that I actually will need for when I color this character in Photoshop, but just for the sake of demonstration, they will do. Let's use this very dark shade of blue for his nostril. And... oh, wait a second. For his eye, I had decided that I want to do like this. So that means need this dark shade of yellow like that. And let's go back to this very dark shade of blue. And let's apply that to this line that he has on the eye. This is not an eyebrow, but it helps with expression as an eyebrow would. Okay, let's now color the spikes on his back. a second. This picture's supposed to be blue. Come on. Almost done with his back spikes. Let's add a little blue here. If I can. And thank you. Okay, let's see what this guy looks like. Oh god, he looks scary actually. He looks very scary. I feel like there is an imbalance of color shade here, and I'm pretty sure this is being caused by the wrong shades of red that I have used for his gums and his membrane on his mouth. But that should not be a really big deal right now because, well, this is not the final version of this sketch anyway. But yeah, those colors are definitely not quite right. If I am to compare to this picture here where we have Braveheart breathing fire and his mouth is wide open, yeah, the membrane should be a little more pinkish, as should be the gums themselves. But that's fine, but for the time being. Alright, yeah. This is actually looking quite alright overall. I'm so dreading the moment that I have to draw his wings though. Oh, I do want to draw them. This dragon is supposed to have wings after all. But they are going to be so complicated to draw. I'm going to save this to the progress sheet for potential reference in the future. So that might be useful. Sit there and save. And actually, you know what, let's reduce the size of this canvas a little bit, because the next thing that I have to do on this character is draw his wings, and his wings are definitely going to take a very long time to do, and definitely are going to require a lot of sketches to get done properly. And that is going to fill up a canvas like this. And mind you, this is not a small canvas. I'm just zoomed out by a lot. This canvas here so far has a size of 6,264 pixels by 5,024. It is huge. If I set it to 100% zoom, this is how big it is. So I have learned from experience that too large of a canvas on paint can be problematic sometimes for some reason. So I do believe that from here onwards, it's best if I use a different file for the sketches of the wings. So let me date this here for the moment. Oops. Oh, today's the 30th. Did I name the stream correctly? I did, okay, good. Two. Yeah, for a moment I thought I had named the stream with yesterday's date for some reason. What's up? Oh, what the heck? Oh, what the heck with this? Weird. And save. Okay, so it took me 6 Sundays to finish drawing Chorus's body, and he's still missing his wings. Assuming that every single one of those streams lasted for at least 5 hours in average, that would have been roughly about 30 hours, more or less, to do all of this here only. Which, speaking of, I need this sketch. And oops. That. Let's paste this sketch over there and disable transparency. Okay. So in average, it might have taken about 30 hours, a little more certainly, to finally finish drawing this entire sketch here for just this character, and he's still missing his wings, and that is something that I will be doing in the future. Another thing that I will have to still do for this picture before I can say that I have finished sketching it is drawing the vehicle that the Griffin was driving when he hit his dragon, because as you can see here on the doodle, and as I have explained on the first time that I drew this, that it's supposed to be a carriage of sorts that the Griffin can drive by pedaling. I know it sounds silly, but come on, this is a fantasy setting, so whatever. So I have to draw that. That is also going to take quite a while, quite some time, and at least mock up a background for the picture. So those are 3 things that I have to do: the dragon's wings, the vehicle, and the background. Those are the 3 items that I need to do in order for me to say that I have finally finished the sketch. And then once I have everything and I have the sketch finished, then I can move on to CorelDRAW and draw the final line arts with vector lines, which are then the ones that I'm going to use in Photoshop to color, and later on do all shading and effects and all that sort of fun stuff. That is actually my favorite part: coloring and shading and doing the effects on Photoshop. But for now, even though I am finishing the stream a few minutes earlier, I'm just short of 3 hours of stream, I will have to end the stream now because I just got a call from my mother and she is kind of ill. Actually, she's just being more annoying than actually ill, but point is, I will have to go check what she wants. And whatever it is, that can literally take hours. So if I just go BRB on the stream, well, it might not be worth it. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you enjoyed and had fun. Oh god, NCS again with shite posting. NCS? I don't know what that is. Although it sounds familiar. But anyway, shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Right, I was ending the stream. So I'll have to go check what she wants. And that can take forever. Any purple snack? Oh, right! Her. I'll check that later. I think I subscribed actually. So guys, just remember, I now have a Discord server. It's called Dragon Realms. For the moment it is private, but if you are a member of the art group Dragon Realms on DeviantArt or a subscriber to my Twitch channel, you can join the server if you wish. There is a link below the stream in one of the panels. If you have problems with that link, do let me know via message on DeviantArt or Twitter. You can find my names here on the corner top of the screen, and I'll send you a link directly. I will be opening the server to the general public in the near future, but for now, let's keep it more special, so to speak. And yes, I would definitely play Age of Empires. I love that game. I suck at it, but I love it. What else? I stream every week on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I play a different game on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do art live on Sundays. The streams on Wednesdays are currently on hold until February because I am rethinking them, like I mentioned earlier on the stream. So I'm not going to give you any details on the Wednesday streams at this time because they are very likely going to change. But for the Friday streams and Sunday streams, those are a different game every week on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. No, sorry, I lied. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Sundays, I do art live just like today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm also bad, but I'm getting better. That is very good. You would think that I would be better than I am on Age of Empires, Reptain, considering that I have been playing the game since I was a little kid. But nope. I never really improved on the game. So yeah, unfortunately I have to end the stream a little short. Unfortunately, I'm buried. Well, hopefully it won't happen again anytime soon. But yeah, that should be all for today, my friends. I wish you all have an amazing week. May this week be a better one than the one we just had. And until we meet again on the next stream, God bless you all, stay safe and healthy, and have a great night of sleep. Dream of dragons, everyone. See you, and thank you all so much for joining. Bye!
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't balance taking trips because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of such I'm sinking chips because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the fact that said if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the show. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let them on my opinion. Manipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just flow. Don't wait or play to indecision.
decision. Don't bet on taking shifts because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you planned. Citrus can be your fuse when you can see where fossils lay. Don't quit on hopes or dreams when you have simply got to chin up. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. You got to keep on sailing even when you want to frown. The world will keep on turning without matter where you land. You might as well be running when your feet should hit the sand. Don't bet on taking trips because you got to be more grand. Chin up, don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. Chin up, don't bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your trips to trash.